What is the harshest G-rated insult you have received? Your life is more about regret management than goal achievement, isn't it? My niece, 7 at the time, grabbed my hand to hold it, so I thought. Instead turns my hand to get a good look at the back of it and says to the room, still no ring huh? Then proceeded to marry me to my dog. We are going 6 years strong now. You're less a person and more a loose collection of personality flaws. Hess like God spilled a person. Was with my son at a playground. He was on the tire swing, and I was just chilling on a bench and keeping an eye on him while also scrolling through my Instagram feed. A random little girl came up to me and tapped on my shoulder, which honestly made me flinch because I wasn't expecting it. I just looked at her and gave a confused look, and she didn't say anything for like 10 seconds. Then she said, "Sorry, I thought you were my grandpa." I'm a 28-year-old woman. She somehow mistook me for an elderly man. Last year when we moved into our house, for some reason the neighbors only spoke to my husband and not me. One asked him about who he lives with and he told them, "Oh, just me and my wife." "What about the teenage boy we've seen in your yard?" "Yeah, that was me. I'm busty enough that I can't buy bras in brick and mortar stores because they don't carry my cup size, and somehow our neighbors thought my curvy ass was a boy." My brain isn't awake yet. When you said brick and mortar stores, I was picturing you in a huge hardware store looking for the manliest enormous bra you could find. 'Cause she's built like a brick house. My card was declined buying a coffee and a 14-year-old girl next to me offered to pay for it because she could tell I really needed a win edit. Yes, Gurk was a typo, ahaha edit. Wow, this blew up, I didn't expect that, I hide it. Whoa, thanks for the silver. Oof man, but I mean she was nice though. That's true, feels bad that a child has more financial security than 23-year-old me. May, I think a lot of teenagers have more money than some adults. They live at home, probably have few to no bills, so they have money to burn on clothes, makeup, and coffee for strangers. Heck, 16-year-old me had way more spending money than adult me at any point in my life so far. I was called a gray sprinkle on a rainbow cupcake. Harsh. I am definitely going to screw this up and call some confused person a gay sprinkle. Well, aren't you the gayest sprinkle on a rainbow cupcake? Is absolutely something my more effeminate friends would say to insult another gay man who's over the top. Edit, well, this blew up faster than a phallic-shaped balloon at Mardi Gras. Not said to me, but I died when I heard a kid say, "You look like you came from a donation pile." Got into the office, go to sit down, and before I can even get in the chair, a guy walks into the office and goes, "Did you go to college? Because it must have taken years of training for anyone to be this useless. You clearly got the master's degree." I'd never met or seen this man before in my life. He apparently thought I was somebody else in the office, and just decided to lay into me. I may have met the same guy at the dog park. Out of nowhere he just starts saying my frisbee throwing sucks and tells me my dog is going to hate me for it for the rest of her life. Then 5 minutes later starts going at me for how my dog hasn't done one thing I've asked her to while I've been there. She has. Never met this guy, everyone else there was nice, I hadn't said a word to him. I'd fire back with, "Look, buddy, I don't come down to the bus station and tell you how to suck dicks, don't tell me how to throw my frisbee." That's the response you think of 6 hours later when you're lying in bed. Well, the jerk store called, and they're running out of you. What's the difference? You're their best seller. I had sex with your wife. It's impossible to underestimate you. Wow, I expected nothing and am still disappointed. A young girl asked me if I had chicken pox due to my acne. A grown woman asked me the same thing, and when replied to her it was just my acne, she tried to get me in contact with her friend selling probably some type MLM skincare. That stayed with me for a long time. Edit, I was also 15 at the time and just waiting on the street to meet a friend. This woman was a random stranger as well. When I told her I wasn't interested, she stand next to me for a while and asked me if my friend was really coming. I just went home and cried. Never told my friend the truth of why I bailed because I was so embarrassed of the whole thing. It was the first time I wanted to hang out with a friend without makeup as well. What an absolute cunt that woman was. It's totally normal and natural for teens to have acne. Jesus, I hate her and I don't even know her. I was pestering my then girlfriend, now wife, and she turned to me and said, "You need to go home and think about everything you are. Then change it." My jaw dropped and she immediately started apologizing. She had meant it to be kinda snotty, but realized how harsh it had come out and felt bad. I actually thought it was kinda funny, but I still tease her about it sometimes. I'm putting that in my emergency insult arsenal. You sneeze like a squirrel. It wasn't the words so much as it was the sheer look of disdain and the disgust in that 9-year-old's voice. Edit for detail. My sneeze was indeed purposefully small because the kids were quietly working on math homework and I didn't want to disrupt. When I sneezed, he stopped and set his pencil down, told me off, then picked his pencil back up and kept working. At chirp. I didn't receive it, but the best I've ever heard is, "Everyone that has ever loved you is wrong." That quote from Full Metal Jacket always gets me good. Your parents have any kids that lived? Yeah? I bet they regret that. How tall are you, Private? Sir, 5'9", sir. 5'9"? I didn't know they stacked shit that high. Private Pile, do you suck dick? Sir, no sir. Bullshit, I bet you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose. What's your name, Private? Sir Private Lawrence. Sir Lawrence? Lawrence what? Of Arabia? Are you royalty? What have we got here? A ducking comedian, Private Joker. I admire your honesty. Hell, I like you. You can come over to my house and fuck my sister. Already taken care of, sir. Did you just double down on R? Lee Duckinger May? The absolute pair on you. From the British comedy Red Dwarf, I think we've all got something to bring to this discussion, and from now on I think the thing you should bring is silence. Red Dwarf was fantastic for this. Over the many years I have known all of you, I have come to regard you as people I met. A man of such awesome stupidity, he even objects to his own defense counsel. Friend A and I stop in to see Friend B. Friend B's young, maybe 7 female cousin is there. She starts explaining the toy she's playing with, and Friend A politely nods and says, "That sounds like fun." She looks up, laughs, and tells him, "You'll never have a girlfriend." Edit, she was speaking to Friend A, not Friend B. Dang, that's gonna sting, that one. When I was a camp counselor, this girl couldn't think of my name and said, "Who's the girl with the frizzy hair and loud voice?" Everyone immediately knew it was me, but no one understood why I was insulted by that. About 1,000 people were on campus, all female. I was the girl with frizzy hair and a loud voice, without question. Shh. They can all hear you. I'm typing in undercase and this is as quiet as I can be. Got a secret to tell? Got a hot scoop? Me, what are you doing on Friday? Girl, I'm washing my hair, oblivious. Me, so what about Saturday? Girl, I'll think of something. Edit, thank you for the sympathy, she was out of my league anyway. Still felt like 2 hard slaps though. Additional edit, thank you for the gold. I would like to share it with all the other fellas out there, who has been on the receiving end of a burning insult. This one hurts. Daddy, you are boring, and you have stinky feet. I swear I want that on my tombstone. Go and grow a beard, Dad. Was my 4-year-old tantrum's insult just before she slammed her bedroom door in my face. I can't wait until she's a teenager. But on the plus side, I now have wonderful flowing chin locks because of her. I can't grow a good beard. This would be a dagger to me. Heard a kid tell a classmate that they smelled like hot dog water. I've said those exact words, but I sincerely meant it as a compliment. Ladies and gentlemen,